Hey Greg, how you doing? Yeah, but I'm not going to trade garbage stocks under $1. Well, good luck with that, Greg. I know Alistair traded it for a nice quick scalp earlier, but I ain't trading that garbage. Good luck to you. Hey Dennis. I'm all right. I just need to have a nice screen. It doesn't have to be at goal. I just want to put an end to this red streak this week, and then next week recover the drawdown. So if I recover the drawdown, I think we'll be in good shape for the month. I need, between now and the end of the month, I need, if I average 5k between now and the end of the month, we'll finish the month ahead of goal on the year. 4.6 I think is the average I need to finish goal at ahead of on the year. So that's what I'm looking at. So if I average actual goal like 6k between now and the end of the month, I'll be well ahead. I did get MSS yesterday, Dennis. I certainly did. I got 8k on that yesterday, but it didn't get me. It didn't get me green. I still finished. It was still a bit of a crappy red day overall yesterday. I finished at 14,500 in the hole yesterday. So yeah, not a good day. In fact, it's not been a good week. I'm quite substantially in the red. I've got a big drawdown to recover, so you know that happens. It does happen. You've got to take the rough with the smooth, and I've had a couple of times over the last, I'll say, 4 to 6 weeks where I've had big, I've had drawdowns that I've had to, you know, losing streaks I've had to recover. The last losing streak didn't create a big drawdown, so I was able to recover from that, but it was consecutive losing days, and I've just had significant consecutive losing days. So about drawdown of 58k, which is huge. It's my second biggest drawdown of the year. So I need to put some green on the board today. That's important. I'll have a look. Apple. No, they're moving with the market. They're moving with the market. So the market's just dropped, and they're moving with the market. So let me have a quick look. Payrolls are just coming out, bottom of the hour. Non-farm payrolls data just came out, bottom of the hour. Unemployment, US unemployment rate for September. USA average hourly earnings for September, that's all just dropped out, and participation rate for September, so that's all just dropped at the bottom of the hour. That's why the SPY's dropping, and of course Apple, Tesla, they're all dropping with it. In fact, all stocks like Amazon's dropping with it, Disney's dropping with it. So they're all following the market. They're not leading the market. This is why I'm looking forward to earnings seasons. A couple of these will lead the market in earnings seasons, but they're all following the market. The market is pulling back based on economic data. I don't know about 1.5%, maybe another 0.5%. I can't see going up at 1.5%, Cal. I mean, I could be wrong. Hey Luke, good to see you, buddy. Hey Alistair, I hope you're doing well. Hey Alberto. No, even over time, I don't think they can. Look, your average Joe on the street is already suffering with the cost of living crisis. Increasing the interest rates by another 1.5%, basically adding another 1.5% onto everybody's mortgage, and subsequently people who are letting will put that onto the rent. It's going to increase the cost of living issue even further. So I think the more they're putting the rents up, the more they're putting the mortgage rates up. they're actually adding to inflation because that's overall market cost, you know. I'm actually not. I'm doing okay, Alistair. I'm not in the doghouse. I stayed up till like almost nearly 5 o'clock in the morning to watch the football this morning. So that didn't go down too well, but she's all right. She knows the score now, and she's not bothered. So where did I finish? But just over 14k down. Yeah, I caught the MSS IPO. Managed to get on that. It kept on breaking out. Some good breakouts from $7 and then moved up. I caught that a couple of times. Managed to get over 8k on that. But apart from that, there wasn't enough volatility. I didn't see enough moving before the football to actually get green on the day or even to bother trading it. So yeah. We'll see what happens today. Morning, Neith. Yeah, the USA is in dire straits but raising interest rates ain't going to fix that deficit. That's the problem that they have. So $2.5 trillion deficit. Interest rates ain't going to even do anything to that, and it's not addressing inflation. Essentially, what we're seeing is that the US has a bunch of clowns in charge of the fiscal policy, because the fiscal policy that they're trying to implement is having zero effect on what they're trying to implement it for. So, you know, they're not being at all creative. So they should be spending in certain areas, putting it back in other areas, and trying to boost the economy that way. But they're not. They're just, put the interest rates up. Okay, well, what else are you doing? Oh, we'll put the interest rates up. Yeah, but what else are you doing? You know, you want the economy to be strong, but you want also to put the deficit. You want inflation to be low. And it just doesn't marry up. Great Tesco. No, great. It was a drop in the ocean. A great recovery would have been. I finished 20k up yesterday, but that just didn't happen. Yeah, there's 4 IPOs, potentially 4 IPOs today, Dennis. Potentially 4 IPOs today. So we've got Sparkle, Keta, WeBuy, and PMEC. Now I think PMEC may be pushed till Monday. No, Tuesday. I think PMEC's going to push till Tuesday. In fact, a lot of them might be pushed till Tuesday. But Sparkle and Keta, I think they're both SPAC mergers. So they're both, and the tickers are actually, you can stick a U on the back of those tickers, Dennis. It's SPKLU and KETAU. So that's Sparkle and Keta. But WeBuy and PMEC are also slated for today, may get pushed. I did trade MSS, Calvus. I was trading that. I was calling it out in the Discord when it went live. And how do I get my high-low on my price candle study? I'm sorry. What do you mean by that there, Cal? Morning, Virgo. Good to see you. Absolutely, Alistair. Trade the price, trade the market reaction to the news, not the news itself. Because the market can be irrational. It can react in the opposite way you expect it to. Now, in terms of the SPY and what's come out, yes, job numbers came out yesterday, but we've got average wages have come out. There's a whole bunch of economic data came out. So we've got average hourly earnings. Month over month for September came out. So that was 0.2% versus the 0.3% estimate. 0.2 was what it was previously. We had unemployment rate for September is 3.8% versus the 3.7%. So it was estimated at 3.7. It was 3.8 prior to that. So it's not moved. We expected it to come down. Non-farm payroll for September, 336,000 versus the 170,000 estimate. It was 227,000 prior. So that's, and then there's a few other things, bits and pieces, but yeah, that's essentially what the market's reacting to and why it's pulling back. Well, I don't think we had a SWIFT system in the 30s there, Calvus, did we? I think the SWIFT system's circa 1970s, isn't it? I don't think there was a SWIFT system in the 30s. Or, you know, we couldn't cut them from Germany from the SWIFT system in the 30s if it didn't exist. Well, the BRICS has been leading to the charge to de-dollarize for, you know, quite some time now. And it's since the dollar removed the gold peg. So the dollar used to be pegged against gold, and you used to have a legendary location called Fort Knox, and it was a gold storage facility in the US. And they used to have lots and lots of gold there, where it's one of the biggest gold storage facilities in the world. And that was what the dollar valuation was based on, the gold deposits in the US. Now, that being said, in the 70s, late 70s, I think it was Nixon, moved the dollar valuation and it became what's known as the petrodollar. So they pegged it against the price of a dollar. And what happened is that globally, if you're buying oil in any of its forms, you pay for it in wholesale prices. That is, you pay for it by the barrel in US dollars, and the US always took a cut from it, which was fantastic for the US because any transaction in any country between any countries, they got paid. And the BRICS system, so Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, they've all banded together. And then there's a whole bunch of other countries wanted to join that system as well. It's basically saying, well, why should we have to? If we want to trade for oil, we want to pay for oil in euros, then we want to be able to pay for oil in euros. If we want to pay for oil in Chinese yen, we should be able to buy it in Chinese yuan. If we want to pay for oil in Bitcoin, we should be able to pay for it. It should be up to us what we buy and sell our own oil in. So that's where the BRICS has come from. And if the US loses that fight, it basically renders the dollar worthless and could cause an absolute catastrophe when it comes to valuation of the US economy. Just one moment. Sorry about that. Right. Okay. Yeah. So price candle display on that one. Yeah. It's if you go into study config, like that, and it says price. You price by the candle in your study config on the dash. So you go into, when you right click on your chart and study, it should be on the, if you're using the using the files that I sent you, it should already be in there. You go into the study config, you can select studies, price, and then it's priced by candle there, and you configure it however you want, but you just add that to your studies in your chart. Absolutely, Cal. But at the moment, it's losing its value, you know, hand over fist. No, Alex, 100%. Look, the US dollar will remain the global reserve currency right up until the point that it doesn't. And that's the thing, and it will be a mighty big thing when it happens. When the world decides, do you know what, we don't need the USA anymore, the US dollar is defunct, the USA is going to be in a whole lot of trouble. Well, we're trading in US dollars, so as long as the stock market continues to trade in US dollars, it doesn't really affect us that much, but for the price action. What's moving Earth and Honeybee? Nothing at the moment. The SMEs just popped up, broke new highs. No, it's Canadian. The markets are open on Monday. It's Canadian Thanksgiving. So I think it was one of the guys, and I think it might have been you, Carlos. Somebody asked if I was taking Monday off because it's Thanksgiving, and it's Canadian Thanksgiving, not the US Thanksgiving. The US markets are open on Monday. The next federal holiday is in November for actual Thanksgiving. I think it's half day for Black Friday or whatever they call it. Yeah. It should be fine even if you're in the demo version. Go right click on your chart, go into study config, and just add price into, if price candles isn't in there, just add price into the studies in chart, and you select it and move. So press price and select, and it puts it in there. No, absolutely, Alex. So what you do, so I'll come back here again. So when you do that, so go into study config, and then as you can see here, you've got study config. You can do config again there, and you can click what you want. Candle, that's not the one. It's config X, I think. There you go. Study bar, whatever, including scale or whatever. Price candle. Select that into your studies in chart, and then you should be able to just get high, low, open, close, everything on there. Ah, right. Okay. I'd have to check between the two, but yeah. there's not a lot moving at the moment, guys. We saw OV moving up, low price penny, literal penny stock. We've seen nothing else. The biggest mover today is actually Pioneer Natural Resources, which is there's a rumor that it's going to be acquired by ExxonMobil. So the IPOs that I'm looking for is Queta, which is QETAU is a ticker, slated for a $10 start. That's probably going to launch around 11 alongside Sparkle. So Sparkle, again, SPKLU is the ticker. Those are the two IPOs we're going to watch out for. Both of them are looking at starting at $10. We're priced at $10. Amazing Solutions, MSS, was an IPO yesterday, went from like $4 up to $11 within over the course of 2-3 hours. If you look at the price action here, the initial price action is really good when it launched. Here we go. So we got here, then it moved up into a gap, and then as it pulled back, every time it went to $7, it had a shoot up, then it pulled back up to $7. It was actually quite reliant. Found this funny enough, it's closed out, closed out here as well. But it's between $6.50, it was finding support, as you can see many times. Then it would move up, break $7 and pop all the way up. Break $7, pop all the way up. So that's how I was able to make 8K back. It did pull back. I was looking for another one after this, but then when it didn't get over, like I think it went to like 750, didn't get in again here, and then it just started to sell off, and I just thought, okay, I'm going to go and watch the football, so I did. Wasn't just the jobs numbers, it was challenging job cuts as well, Keith, and hourly pay rate, and a few economic catalysts came out. Morning, buy the dip. Well, Stone Cold, I could do with a nice day, but without too much. I don't want any red. I want a green day. I'm not too bothered about getting over gold today. I just wanted to lock in a green day. That's what's important for me today. 3 days red. Well, if you look at the Qs, it's down, so the short Qs must be up, equivalent to mine. Qs are down 1.3, so NASDAQ 100 is down 1.33%, over a percentage point down on the S&P 500. So we're getting a significant pullback. It's more than just a correction there. So if we look at the daily, so go back to what I've been looking at the daily. This bottom line here, it was the ascending support. And we're below that now, significantly below that now. So I want to, we're looking, where's the next key level? Next key level is actually 410. 410 on the SPY will be the next key level. We could drop another $10 on the SPY. So next key level 410, then we're looking at 404. Yeah, we got a little bit of support here previously at 415, 416. But yeah, need some positive action, upwards momentum on the markets, just from a long-term investment perspective. if you're looking at the markets, Stone Cold, then you're absolutely right to say that. But if you're trading futures, or if you're trading the markets themselves, SPX, or if you're trading mega caps, your Apples, your Teslas, your Nvidias, if you're looking for action on those today, it's probably going to be, you're probably better off looking for short opportunities on those rather than going long on them. But when it comes to the low floaters, the wider economic state of the market is not as important, in the fact that all we need is a material catalyst for something to move and counter trend. What I mean by that is, whilst the market's pulling back, if we get a favorable catalyst on one of these low floaters and the volume comes in, then it can really move. I've seen, during the bear market last year, I've seen the stock pulling back 1.5–2%, the stock market as a whole, and I've seen low floaters moving up 200–300%. So if we can get a fundamental catalyst on the individual stock, then that can move and provide us with an opportunity to trade to the long side. Otherwise, look for the middle and the high caps, and it could be a day to short. I mean, I shorted Shopify yesterday, made some profit on Shopify yesterday shorting it, and I probably should have just left it in and closed it out at the end of the day or whatever, because that just continued selling off. You do find that there's always stocks counter trending. So when the stock market rallies, you'll get stuff selling off, and when the stock market sells off, you'll get stuff rallying. There's always counter trend, and there are traders out there that's all they do is they have counter trend trading strategies. So they're looking for the counter trends. They're looking for, they won't be trying to trade with the market, because they're looking for the scared money, as you say. So they'll be going long when the market's selling off, and likewise they'll be going short when the market's rallying. So they're looking for the scared money. And this is where your things like RSI and MACD come into play, Bollinger Bands, looking for strong reversals. I managed to get one reversal yesterday, and made me about 3K on it. Just took 1,000 shares. It was low volume, but it was so far extended to the downside. When it started to make its move up, I thought I'll give it a try. And I took 1,000 shares and rode it up like almost just over $3 actually. So there's always opportunities. Every single day there's an opportunity. I wouldn't say it never works there, Cal, but I hear what you're saying about backtesting. You want to be, if you're backtesting, you want to be testing in similar market conditions. So if you're backtesting bear market strategies in a bull market, the chance of it working for you is minimal. But likewise, if you're testing bull market strategies, backtesting bull market strategies in a bear market, whilst it looks good in the previous iterations, it's just not going to work in the current setting. So you want to be looking for similar market conditions for your backtesting. But likewise, a lot of these algorithms, I mean, the more expensive algorithms like the HFT uses, I'm not talking about those. I'm talking about the ones that you're buying for, $12.99 on Telegram or whatever. These algorithms, they're basically a backtesting algorithm that it might be a moving average crossover strategy, and they just don't work because it's based on past data, and it's all lagging information. So it's based on past data for the algorithmic turning points, but then it's also based on lagging data for those signals. So you got 2 points where it's had zero bearing on what the price action is going to be. So I would much rather look at the price action. Maybe not this week. I've been terrible this week, but overall, I'd much rather look at the price action and trade the price action rather than looking for lagging data, which is what your signals. These cheap algorithms that they try and sell you on Telegram and WhatsApp and whatever, they just don't work. I wouldn't say they don't work, but I would say you have as much chance to flip a coin and it go in your favor as you have making profits with those algorithms. Look, Cal, factory market conditions. When you do go live, just trade small to start off with. I wouldn't worry about your fills and stuff and commissions and stuff. So dash trader, it's dependent on you. I think you're interactive brokers, so it shouldn't be a problem. Dash trader will calculate your fees and charges fairly accurately. It doesn't with CMEG because of since they changed their pricing structure, it doesn't calculate the fees and charges very accurately with CMEG. So that's a bit of a pain in the hole. But with interactive, it should be fine. Yeah, absolutely, Cal. That's the best way to do it. If you're comfortable, you can, after a couple of days, you can start sizing up. If you're finding it a little bit, suspect, then just stick at it with small size until you find your niche. We don't trade Forex on this channel, Van Salen. That's my opinion on Forex. As most people know, it's a mugs game. You'll see people that are profitable with Forex, and I'll tell you one reason and one reason only why they are profitable trading Forex. And that's because they have a 7-figure account. They have a large account to be able to trade Forex. If you are trading Forex with a small account, you may as well just wire it to me right now and I'll teach you how to trade, because you're going to lose money. It's as simple as that. Try and trade Forex with a small account, you're going to lose money. Over 97% of Forex traders lose money. The other 3% have got 7-figure accounts. That's all I'm saying. I think your market orders are going to be fine, Cal. It's your limit orders and what tolerance you have on your limit orders. So if you've only got a 5-cent tolerance on your limit orders and you're trading a stock that's got a 10-cent spread, you're going to be waiting for it to get filled. You get partial fills, and you're going to have to wait for it to come back. So maybe have a higher tolerance on your spreads, like a 10-cent tolerance on your limit orders. So buy the ask plus 5 cents, or sell the bid less 5 cents. Have a small tolerance, but you're buying and selling on the ask and bid. And then change it as you get comfortable with the platform. Then you can start changing your scripts to start changing. Because I've got my hotkeys, which are buy the bid plus the tolerance, sell the ask less the tolerance, and that's why you'll see that. Sometimes it blasts straight past me. Whereas my hot buttons, it's the other way around. It's buy the ask and sell the bid. No, we don't trade Binance. Binance is crypto. So we don't trade crypto. Crypto right now is a Ponzi scheme. So yeah, well, it's equities on this channel, Van Salen. If you're not trading futures, or equities or options, then I think you're at a loss. And even so, it's difficult to be profitable anyway. But Forex is a mug's game, and crypto's a Ponzi scheme right now. So I've taken all my positions. I'm a crypto bull long term. I think the future of finance is in the crypto space, but we're a long way off that. I think Bitcoin is probably going to pull back to about 15K, at least 15K, before it actually moves back up to the highs. I think there's going to be a lot comes out in the wash with SPF's trial, all of the various legal cases that have been filed against Binance, amongst and then a few other exchanges as well. But Binance being the largest one, and CZ is probably, as long as CZ stays in charge of Binance, I'm not getting involved in crypto. Crypto at the moment is full of corruption, and it's all coming out in the wash with these court cases. We all knew that anyway. I mean, the stock market's full of corruption, let's face it, but in crypto, because it's unregulated, in crypto it's 10 times worse. I've already told you, Van Sellen, we trade equities, stocks, shares, the NASDAQ, the NYSE. Yeah, well, that's what they've got to be striking that balance, Calvin. So if you're going to raise interest rates again, look what happened to Silicon Valley earlier this year. They didn't stress test for interest rates with their own fiscal policy internally. So not only did Silicon Valley collapse, we had a whole bunch of other regional banks on the back of that had to be bailed out, and whether it was private equity or not, they had to be bailed out. And it caused a lot of stress on some of the regional banks. And that's not going to change. So if they continue to raise and hike interest rates, it's going to affect a lot of regional and smaller lending institutions. Yeah. Let's have a look at this. It's not moving up much, but it's got an FDA approval. Popped up 8 o'clock, sold off, no volume. So yeah, I guess a half an hour before the market opens. But we'll see what the market gives us. Half an hour before the market opens, and not a lot of options in terms of things to trade right now. I know a lot of people I'm struggling this week, that's for sure. Just when I thought I turned a corner, I turned right back into it. I'd say the people who are working in the automotive industry in the US are really struggling because of all the strikes and the industrial action, and they don't get. If you go on strike, you don't get paid. You know, manual labor work, you get paid by the hour, and if you're on strike, you can't clock in, you can't get paid. So you know that's a big problem. Unions. It hurts the people that go on strike, especially if the union's pulling everybody out and you're paying into the union. The union's not paying you a wage. Yeah, free fall Friday. I wouldn't say it's free fall Friday just yet. We're consolidating there on the S&P 500, but we've got room to free fall, sure. That's true, Cal, and I suppose that's a blessing. You're absolutely right. My struggles are my problem. I'm the only one that's my indiscipline and over-aggressive style this last week has put me in problem, and that's my own fault. So Yeah, you're absolutely right. So I'm going to be sizing down. I'm looking at making some profits today and not losing today. So I want a solid green day without any losers. So I'll be locking in winners quick. I might still take a reasonable size, but I won't be holding on to them today. Once I'm green, once I get a green position, I'm going to be locking in profits. What I've not been doing this last 3 days. I looked at the trades over the last 3 days. The majority of them, I've taken a position, and I've been looking for that extra move. And I could have just taken profits like 10, 20, 30 cents or whatever. And I've been looking for the breakout move. And then when it starts to pull back, I'm getting into all kinds of trouble by holding on to it. And that's just poor discipline. So it's my own fault. Poor discipline. Scalp them quick, fuck. Yeah, absolutely. You can, if it pulls back, if it continues, you can get back in on the next setup, or if it pulls back, you can get back in on the next setup, whatever the situation is. So a lot of downwards momentum today, guys. So maybe it is going to be a shorting day today. I mean, look at Shopify. We shorted Shopify yesterday, but yeah, I mean, this is big moves. Whole dollar move there in the last 20 minutes. In fact, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put gainers and losers on the charts. So we'll see where on that one, gainers on that one, but the biggest movers up or down. Amazing Solutions, yesterday's IPO is the biggest, over $2 that is. Yeah, no, it is, yeah. So, but I often do. So the averaging down, buying the dip, as it were, is actually a reasonably good strategy when it works. The problem I've been doing is I've been buying the dip at support, and then it's not been bouncing. So when a bull market, for example, you buy the dip, you look for the support, and you buy the dip at support, and then it makes that continuation, and you don't just hold it and take money off at where you bought it previously. Once you go green, what you do is you hold it for the original target, and you made more than double your original gain, as it were. But that's just not been happening. So buying the dip is you should be buying the dip. You should just be doing it at a point where you're doing it from a position of strength. And I've not. I've just been buying the dip at all kinds of ridiculous places. So dip buying strategies are good strategies from a position of strength. But you need to get a cushion on the ticket, a cushion on the day before you start doing that. And I've just been overly aggressive, and I've been looking to get big size, get it early. If it's pulling back, I'm adding to the position so I can get that big size for the move up, and then it doesn't move up. Get faked up. Yeah, Tesla's curling because, look, it's not Tesla that's curling, it's the market. So this is what we're getting. So if I look at Tesla, did I have a look at Tesla? No, I didn't already. So if you look at that, that's the S&P 500. If I look at Tesla, it's pretty much the same chart. If I look at Nvidia, very similar chart. If I look at Amazon, where's Amazon? Amazon. Again, not far off the same chart. Slightly different on the way down, but it's the market that's pulling back, and the mega caps are going with the market. So my advice, not financial advice, just the meanderings of a fat guy on the internet, is if you're trading any of these mega caps, have a chart open onto the side, with the SPY or the SPX, so you actually see what the market's doing, because all these stocks are following the market, and it'll give you a couple of seconds advantage. If you get a flush on the market, you can exit your position. And you can see the market action, and these stocks are following the market action. Yeah, nothing moving right now, guys. Anyone any interesting plans this weekend? Yeah. Oh, I'm watching the football on Sunday evening. We're watching the Rugby World Cup. The Rugby World Cup's interesting this year because there's 4 pools in the World Cup. And as it stands right now, it's looking highly likely that all 4 pools will be topped by a Northern Hemisphere side, a European team, which is virtually, it's never happened before in the history of World Cup rugby, where all of the World Cup groups are won by Northern Hemisphere sides. And it's looking highly likely that still things could happen, but it's looking highly likely that Australia will, for the first time, not reach the knockout stages. So yeah, let's get the like count up, guys. Let's get that like count. Smash that thumbs up button, guys. Smash the thumbs up button. Need more likes. We need more likes. We need to get to 50 likes before the bell. We've got 14 minutes, got 13 minutes and change to get that like count up so that we can get 50 likes, because very often we start getting involved in the trading when the bell rings, and you all forget to hit the thumbs up button then. So hit the thumbs up button now while it's a bit quiet. Well, we've not got much going on pre-market. So hit that thumbs up button, guys. You know you wanna do it now. You might help the market. You never know. Stranger things have happened. In fact, it probably will. I mean, I would not lie to you. Trust me. I mean, look at this face. Would you buy a used car off this face? That's all I'm saying. Honest Joe. That's me. The market will rally if you hit that thumbs up button. So let's get it. Yeah, I do get more distracted after the bell because there's more things moving. We've got nothing moving at the moment, so it wouldn't be difficult. Oh, I had pizza for dinner today. It was a lovely pizza. I made it from scratch myself, including the base. I made the dough last night, and then I made the pizza today, and it was delicious. Domino's, eat your heart out, I'm telling you. Morning, Robert. Good to have you back. You and me both, midget. You and me both. Get him. I can do that because I can just switch it from the time that I moved here, or I can just tag my trades that I've taken while I've been here with Philippines and all that trade, and leave all the other ones without. So that's another way of doing it. So I don't have to tag by location. I tag it by time if I'm doing that. Rather you than me all day. My fitness days are well behind me. That's for sure. To be fair, I had stamina, but I hated running, like distance running. We used to do it as pre-season training when I used to be a semi-professional rugby league player. So I played for internationally as well. So fitness levels were always, when I was a lot younger, of course, but my fitness levels were always high. And I could run for hours literally, because we'd do an 80-minute, non-stop with rugby leagues. You have to be fit to play rugby league for 80 minutes. I was doing all that, but in training we'd go for long runs, and it was like 5-10 kilometer runs just as part of the training. And I'm like, no, I hated it. I hated the long runs. Put a ball in my hand. It's weird because you put a ball in my hand while I'm running, and I could run. I felt a lot more comfortable just passing the ball between the teammates whilst we're running, and I didn't feel the burn the same way as if I was just running, doing it nothing. So yeah, my fitness days are long behind me, but I'm just a fat guy on the internet. But I hated running. It's one thing I would stay away from when I go to the gym was the treadmill. I'd rather get on the rower or the bike, or I hated the just jogging. All right, we're jogging again, are we? Hated it. Nothing much on the scanner at all there, Ricky. No, it's not for everyone, but fair play to you. I've still got a lot to learn myself all day. It's the discipline that catches me out. I've got the strategy, I've got the know-how and the likes, but the discipline is, for me, where this last week in particular, this last while, you get a bit cocky when you're having a good moment, and you get a bit cocky, you get a bit overconfident, and then you get ill-disciplined with it, and that's what's been happening to me this last week. So trading too big is one thing. So going in overly aggressive, and not sticking to the strategy from a discipline point of view, not being disciplined enough to once trades start turning against me, just cutting them, and it's the way to go. Got your losers early. I'm not recording my monitors. I'm recording the software. So I'm using OBS to broadcast. But actually, if you're using Dash Trader, Cal, you can actually record in Dash Trader. You can record your platform, and it'll record whatever charts you've got open. It'll record the full lot. So you can use. I'm doing that. I'm recording in Dash Trader. I'm recording what I'm doing with OBS as well. Obviously, that's through YouTube, but I record as well as stream. So I've got the scanners, the widgets I've popped out from the scanners and the movers. I've got my workstation open with regards to the charts, what you can see on YouTube. So all that's being recorded by, what you can see on YouTube is what's being recorded by OBS. But what's being recorded from Dash Trader is my entire workstation plus the charts I've got popped out and everything else that's Dash Trader. And I've got I've got 3 monitors plus my laptop screen. There's 4 monitors, 4 screens in front of me. If you're looking for 1% on Tesla a day, would the fills be instant on 100k equity position? Pretty much, yeah. Fake live? Yeah, this is a fake live. Yeah, stunner. I'm actually artificial. I was going to say artificial intelligence, but maybe the intelligence bit is stretching it too far. So I'm artificial. Yeah, fake live. Yeah, with Tesla getting filled, $100,000 getting filled with Tesla, you have no problem. Cheers, Farid. What are you? I hope you're not a United supporter saying that. Stone Cold. If I do that, it will be in the Discord. I won't be doing that for the general population. I'll do that. I'm no problem doing that with people who prefer to pay for my time. I'm happy to have a training day and you know, talk about entries and exits, because I mean, that's what I've done on the Day Trade with Tony courses, how to find where to get in, where to get out, the signals that you're looking for in terms of reversal indicators, entry points. All of that's covered on the Day Trade with Tony LMS platform. Not this week, Penn State. Overall, yes. Yeah, you're supporting Man United, Farid. You should have no comment. Come on, did you see the shit show that they put out on Tuesday? Oh, it was almost as bad as what they did at the weekend. I mean, what's going on there? You just become the new Spurs. You're banter club. United, and they're actually worse than Spurs now. Proper banter club. Yeah, so I'm not having a good week this week, Penn State, but still doing well for the year. And like I always say, when you find yourself in that you know, downtime, zoom out. You're always going to have bad periods, good periods and bad periods. You just want the good periods to be a lot better than your bad periods, and that's life. I mean, it doesn't matter what profession you're in, you're going to have moments which you know, it's just down. That's why we take vacations. That's why we take holidays, because you get fatigued, you get stressed, all this kind of stuff. I mean, right now I'm on a 3-day losing streak, so I need to put some green on the board. Got 3 minutes before the market opens, and right now there's nothing moving. So we're expecting that something will pop at the open. We're looking for some quick gains. That's all. Alex, it was more than David Moyes. It's rife. It's institutional through the whole club. I mean, you got a good, proven manager that wins things, and a serial winner in Jose Mourinho, and you sacked him. Even though he won you a European trophy and a domestic trophy and got you to second in the league, and you sacked him because he wasn't playing good enough football. He was playing winning football, but you didn't have the personnel to play attractive football and win. And you sacked him anyway. That's. And you know what? I'm not even going to look at the charts until they open. The scanners, that is, till they open. I'm just going to change the scanners over and let the market come to me now. I sprained my wrist last week, and it's really bothering me. Don't know how. And before you get any snarky comments, I'm talking to you, Alistair. No, it's not from doing that. I don't have to do that now. I'm living with my fiance, so I don't have to do that. But yeah, wrist is give me a lot of jip. So we've got just over 30 seconds before the market actually opens, and hopefully we'll get some action. Patience, absolutely patience is key by the dip. behave yourself, Alistair. Well, good luck, guys. We have a new market. Final market of the day. Final trading day of the week. Good luck. We'll see, Fark. They could be, they might not be. We'll see. They're probably low volume when they launch, but they might be quite volatile. We've seen quite a lot of volatility in IPOs. MSS was quite volatile yesterday. Let's see what transpires. Still not seeing anything yet. Didn't have anything on my watch list, really. There was nothing to watch. In fact, I'm just going to put the market on right now because there's nothing. I'm just put the S&P 500 up there until something starts to move. I'll take a look at it. It's not on my scanner, so that's either the price or the volume. Yeah, it's the price. That's why it's not on my scanners. I don't trade at this level, below $2. ETF, not trading that. All these are just ETFs at the minute that are moving up. There's not enough volume on that one either. Finger motion. Yeah, popped up. It's going to be a case of just be patient. Not worth taking a trade just for trade's sake. And I know, speaking from personal experience, as you should all know from watching me this week. We'll wait for the action to come to us. And if we have to wait for the two SPAC mergers to go live, then that's what we'll wait for. %, essential just to be patient. That's what I don't like about this country is I'm so used to safety being a big thing, having lived in the UK and Ireland and stuff. There's no ground on any of the electrical. You get a 3-pin plug that I'm used to. There's none of that here. So everything's live. Took the phone, the charger out my phone, and bloody electrocuted myself doing it. No such thing as health and safety in these countries. Well done. Good stuff, Glenn. Yeah, nothing. It's going to be one of those days, I guess. It could very well be a no trade day. I don't have many of those. Like that's almost barcoding, Nicola. Palace Farmer popped up nice. It's pulling back now, though. Good $3 move in the open. IPO yesterday, over $8 could be interesting. Needs to get over the VWAP. Decent, with some decent volume. Other than that, no. Gold's Tech, no volume. Sweet Green, just move 10 cents. Yeah, no range on that. I guess we're just waiting on something to show its ugly face. And what are we going to do? We can't force the market to give us something, can we? I don't know about that one there, Greg. I thought this was for earlier in the week and got pushed out. But, correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, we do have this. WeBuy is supposed to launch today. PMatch is supposed to launch today. It may still go ahead. But Sparkle and Keta. So Keta is halted at the moment, but it's priced at $10. Probably go live about 11-ish. And Sparkle, similar sort of situation. So we shall see. AMC rearing its ugly head. Oh my goodness, Pagaya, I've not seen that old chestnut for a long time. Helix Energy. Rejected at the VWAP on Mayors and Solutions. What's this one? Is this a SPAC merger today or FBYD? What's this one? Let me just find out. Yeah, it's taking too much off me, that one. Yeah, I don't know anything about it. Falcon's beyond control. Apparently. Falcon's beyond global, sorry. Looks like a SPAC merger, but I don't know anything about it. I didn't see this one. I'll Do a quick Google. Falcons Beyond Global. Yeah, I can't find much about it at all. It's halted. 43.27 is the looking like for $43 is looking like the resumption on this. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It looks like some kind of SPAC merger, but I don't know anything about it. It looks like it's moving up, but it's moved up on like 5,000 shares. It's the open. 87,000 shares all day. So 14,000 on the opening 5 minutes, and then this last candle was what 5,000. So 20,000 shares since the open. Yeah, I don't know. So that looks like probably resume at 9:45. Well, remind me to come back and have a look. And this one's up, but this is just getting rejected every time it hits the VWAP. Buy or sell therapeutics, no volatility. It's just the lack of momentum right now. So right now it's looking very much like it's going to be a no trade day unless we get some action. Yeah, good luck with that one, Ed. New scale power. Top gapper on the day today at the moment. From above $2, but again, it's just not got the momentum that I would like to see. The range of 9 cents on the 1 minute. So I guess we're just waiting for something to happen. Epic Quest Education, it's $1.12, 20-cent move. It's big enough for it's a 20% move. It's up 26% at the moment. Yeah. I'll just I'll put that's resumption on this one. It's a little 10-cent gap up, so we're looking at 133 resumption by the dip. So this is Para Zero Tech. Oh, 130 net. It looks like. This should resume in about a minute's time. Not seeing anything really to trade. If you do see anything starts moving well, let me know. I'll call it out if I see it, you call it out if you see it, and we'll all take a look together. In the meantime, Good luck, guys, because today's looking like a bit of a washout right now. So, Alistair, you're not missing out on anything, buddy. 30 seconds for a resumption on this one if it's a 5-minute halt. Looks like slight gap up, $40. A slight gap up, and when we're looking at $2, it's over $1 the gap up, but I know it's now 38. It's going to gap down 37.50. Here we go. Should resume in the next 10 seconds, and it looks like it's gapping down slightly. Oh no, it's actually going to gap down quite substantially now. Spreads of $5. Don't be even tempted by this yoke. $5 spreads. Are you on drugs? I don't know what this stock's smoking, but it really thinks it's got, you know, privilege with $5 spreads. Come on. Yeah, I can see that the average true range is $4, but you don't want a $5 spread and a range of $4. Come on. Mega risky. Good luck trading this. Unless these spreads narrow down, not even remotely interested in having a go at it. Not the week that I've been having. Not the week to go a little. Why do I know this? It's just one of the rules I have because you get a lot more manipulation down that end. Also, when you think about the risk versus reward, if you're getting something that moves 20% and it's a $1 stock, let's just say $1 stock, it means it's moved 20 cents. So if I take 5,000 shares, then I could make $1,000 on that, which is fine, but it's got to move 20%. So how many stocks are going to move 20%? Realistically, on a $1 stock, a 5-cent move is a good move. So if I'm taking a 5,000 share position on a 5-cent move, I'm getting $250. It's not bad, but it's probably the most I'm going to get. Then you've got spreads to take into that as well, which usually are about a penny on that level. So it's about risk reward. So at that level, you get a lot more manipulation. You're more prone to getting faked out. You're more prone to these pop and drops, pump and dumps, as some people like to call them. But also, the moves, relatively speaking, the moves have to be a lot bigger to get equal gain, percentage-wise. Or you're taking bigger share size, which means you're increasing your risk. So I just prefer not to trade some $2 stocks for a number. I just find that historically I tend to lose on when I'm trading below $2. Hey Vols, welcome back. Hope you're having a good day. I mean, let's have a look at that. This halted to the downside now. So PRZO, Para Zero Tech. So it's moved. It's got an average true range of 10 cents, 9.8 cents. I had a gap up there, and it's moved 110% today. Meaning it's gone from, well, since yesterday's closing price, it's gone from 65 cents to 130 cents. It's moved 65 cents. Now, if I'm trading a $10 stock, for example, I would expect it to move 65 cents over a course of, you know, a couple of hours. Absolutely. And I should be catching most of that. Granted, the spreads are going to be a bit wider, but I don't like trading these sub $2 stocks. I just find that they're not as reliable When it comes to pattern trading and pattern breakouts and momentum trading, I just find they're not as reliable. You do occasionally get big runners, in which case, fine. Once it breaks $2, I'll take a look. If there's still a lot left in the tank, then I'll jump on the train and enjoy the ride. But as you can see, this one, consolidation, move up, gap up, consolidation, and it'll probably break down now. That's a SPAC, I think, isn't it? Athena Consumer. At least, no. Very low volume. Very low volume, Daniel. So, I mean, the candle that it's halted on was like less than 5,000 share volume. The highest candle to date is like less than 17,000 volume. So it's very low volume. You want volume and volume. It's nice if it's moved up. It's moved up 40% on the day, but you want it with good volume. There's the resumption. It's gapped up. Now, can we get good volume coming in now? Okay, so we've got a new high volume candle. It's pulling back though. This new high volume candle is a red candle. Now we're getting the realms of the volume that we want to be getting consistently. If we can get this kind of volume consistently, kind of 20, 25, 30,000 shares a minute, great. It's unfortunately that this is halted now. So this is halted to the downside now. And this is the problem you get with a lot of stocks that are not on great volume. The momentum just is not there. So you get the move up, and then the volatility halts do exactly what they're designed to do, and that's cool down the momentum of that particular stock. But unfortunately, when it's a stock that's got a low volume, it sometimes cools down the momentum too much, and it sends it in the opposite direction in a reversal, and it flushes down on resumption, as you saw here, into a halt to the downside. So I've not got a resumption level on this one, so I don't know. But I don't know if anyone else has got a resumption level. If it's below $2 and then it gets above $2 and the momentum's there and the volume's there, then yeah, I'll trade it. If it looks like it's going to break $2, I might get in it at 180 like I did the other day for the break of $2. So I've nothing against trading that move from $2 up to 3 to 4, etc., etc. But it's just stocks that are down at like 70 cents. Nah, not for me. Thanks, Tom. Some new scale power. $0.12 on the range. Novavax can be more interesting. Not much though. It's moved up, but it's only up 4% on the day. Not even. Well, it is now. 4% on the day. But I like to find stocks that have got a demonstrable, clear momentum to the upside. So they're above the VWAP, they're up, what, 14, 15% on the day. They've got good upwards momentum, and that's what I'm looking to trade. If there's no trade, then I shouldn't be taking them. And that's been my problem pretty much this last month or so is taking trades where I shouldn't be taking them. They don't fall into my trade setup strategy, and out of pure boredom, I'm taking a trade. So PRZO is still moving to the downside. See that? And I said that consolidation probably breakdown. It has done. So when someone says that you've got good momentum on something like PRZO with plenty of upside, where's the upside? You got rejected before you even got to the $0.50. So yeah, I mean, very often stocks like, what you've got to understand is that the reason a stock is priced at $1.20, it's because it's garbage. It's a terrible company. The majority of these stocks that I trade on a daily basis are terrible companies. They're not going to be around in 5 or 10 years' time. They're either going to go out of business for bankruptcy, or they're going to be, you know, they get liquidated, or some other company's going to come and acquire them. The majority of these companies are just not going to be around in 5, 10 years' time. They're garbage. So don't get married to them. Don't swing trade them, because they're just terrible companies. These are like, okay, jump in, get 10 cents out of the momentum, and then quit. Walk away from that. If you can jump in with 500 shares and get 10 cents, you made 50 bucks. Happy days. Walk away. I wouldn't say it's my insight there, Smoking. It's just the meanderings of I'm not a guru by any chance, by any stretch of the imagination. I'm just a fat guy on the internet with an opinion. He has a beautiful fiance bringing him beverages.
Beverage.
All right, so I'm limited. I'm rationed on my beverages now, man. Cheers, thanks, love. Yeah, dude. I've been doing that a lot lately. Boredom trading is terrible. The market's just not been very active. There's not been a lot of volume in the market. So when it's like that, it's better just to sit on your hands, like I'm doing right now. And when something really does start to move, not only there's two things wrong with taking trade out of boredom. The first thing is logically it doesn't meet your strategy setup, so it higher likelihood, a higher percentage chance of it turning and going against you, and very often it does. So that's the first thing. You're more likely to be taking a losing trade. If you're taking a trade that is not doesn't meet your setup criteria, you're likely to be taking a boredom trade. Now, the other part is that you get locked into it, because very often you take a trade out of boredom, you end up locked into a consolidation period. And because you've taken it out of boredom, you're kind of thinking it's going to break, and it's not. So you've got your equity tied up in that particular trade. And if something then does pop, you're not in a position to take advantage of it because your equity's tied up in that trade, and then you've got to get out of that trade for a loss that you should have done in the first place in order to go across and chase the momentum on a stock that you could have got in a couple of seconds earlier and caught the move, and now you're chasing the momentum and you're likely to get hit with a pullback. So yeah, boredom trades very seldom work out. What am I trading and selling right now? Nothing. It's one of those days. I'm looking for something to trade, but like I said before, when you asked previously, we're looking to trade equities, so stocks and shares on the US stock market, the NYSE and the NASDAQ. We're looking, the scanners here are telling us what's moving, but unfortunately the biggest movers are like 3%, which is not enough momentum for me to take the trade. It's not moving big enough for me to take the trade. Although saying that, Gritstone Bio No, 6% up in the last few minutes. Overstock moving up. Overstock, yeah, look, overstock could be interesting. It's 7% up on the day. So again, it doesn't really meet my criteria, but if it's got volume coming in and it starts to look reasonably comfortable, looking a bit stretched on, you know, a bit stretched on the 5 minute. Well, I used to do that, Cal, in terms of catalysts, but then I found that I was missing a lot of moves on stocks that were sympathy moves. So I started just looking for momentum, some solid momentum. But yeah, I would agree with you. It's better to look for a catalyst. In the current market conditions, I'm finding that sector catalysts are enough. But yeah, if something moves up that maybe a little bit overpriced, then something it drags a few other stocks in the same sector with it, that's fine as well. Yeah, so you can get sector momentum. Alistair can get his own beverage. I've got that, Neef. I've got a whole Etsy store. Check the links in the bio. You can get t-shirts and you can get sweatshirts and hoodies. With Fat Guy on the internet on there, you can get, you know, not a financial advisor, not offering financial advice, and you know, all of my usual catchphrases. Absolutely, Ricky. There's the catalyst there. See, it's been at 16.79 for an hour on the chart. Just the momentum just isn't there on overstock. Next, sports, no volume at all. That's terrible volume. This has got to be one of the worst starts to the market I've seen in a long time. Yeah, new scale, it's just consolidating at the moment. Moved 60 cents since the open, but the range is 11 cents, but it's not doing anything right now. I mean, if spreads are fine. There's nothing telling me that this is going to break out and go to 580. So if I got in at 570, am I going to get my 10 cents? This is not telling me that it is. In fact, it's telling me that the $0.75 has got a resistance. And the high of days is 576, so which is that $0.75 area. So I'm not even feeling this right now. In fact, this potentially could be a head and shoulders. We got 568 there, 567 there, and 576 in the middle. So that doesn't speak to me as huge breakout. Could be wrong. I have been wrong many times this week. if I look at the daily, if you look at this on the daily chart as well, just point this out for you. Look at the daily chart. We've got support, historic support at this particular level, 570. So here, and here, beginning of September, end of August, 570 historic support. Resistance at the same level, middle of last month. So this is a key level. 570, the key level. 570, 575, and the support turns into resistance. They're interchangeable. Resistance becomes support. It's key level, supply and demand zones, as they call them. And as you can see, that 575 is that area at the moment. So I've no qualms in saying that I don't know. I don't feel like this is going to break out. Yeah, it looks like a head and shoulders to me as well, Vol, so that's what I'm saying. Well, MSS on the small charts there, again, I just don't like that chart. It's trying to hold the VWAP, but we're looking at a 10-cent spread, 30-cent range. Not great volume. The volume's erratic, if anything. Most of the 1 minute candles are less than 20,000 shares. At least when it launched yesterday, it had good volume. Current high of session, 824. Draw a little line here for the higher lows. Can we beat that? So lower highs. There we go. That popped up, but it didn't take the bid with it. Bid's down there at 787. It went up to 824. Oh no, 819 on that occasion, 820, but it didn't take the bid with it. You've got to look at that. So the difference between the bid and the ask. So we've got what, 787 is where 809 on the ask, but 787 on the bid. Right, now we're moving up. Now it's moving up. I want to see a new high of day. So 825. It's the top momentum stock, so right now. No, I've not recovered from it yet, Nereus. As you can see, there's nothing on the. I've not taken a trade yet today. So it's back down to the VWAP. It's just unreliable. Every pop's followed by significant pullback. Messy. The chart's messy, if anything. Gritstone Bio. No, I'm not really looking at that. Finger motion, yeah. Look, it's patience is the key today. And a day like today, when the momentum in the market is actually safe. I mean, if you look at the S&P 500, not having a great day. It's below the VWAP again. It's breaking lows down here at 420. So it's decidedly downwards momentum on the market. So when the market's like this and there's not a lot of catalysts allowing us to find something worth trading, especially to sit on your hands and wait for the right setup, and this ain't the right setup. Look how choppy it is. Buy a VWAP bounce. Next time it comes down, it's now found support around the VWAP 770 twice. If it comes back down, then maybe look to try and buy this range. But what, 50-cent range? It's a 30-cent ATR, but it's trading within this 50 cents. Is what I'm saying. Between 770 and 820 right now. That's exactly what I agree. If it breaks a new high and the volume starts to come in, then we start looking at it. We've just broke a new high of day. A little bit of increased volume. We'll take a position if we're not even getting filled. That's because these spreads are like 15 cents. So high of day now is 843. So we're looking for 850. So we can get 840 on the bid and get 10 cents on this maybe. It's different class of different class of stock trade on one. Right, now can we get move up? Like 50. There we go. I'll put trailing stop in place now. 10 cents. I'll take 250 bucks. That's a good start to the day. It's green, which is more than it's been for the last 3 days. No, I trade them on the down. We've got two that have that are supposed to be listing with a U today. There's the $half. We've got resistance at the $half. And we get more. High of day 56. I went without me. Oh, wait. go. Back over $9. I'll be happy. It's pulling all the way back. Talk about whippy. Between the spreads right now, 20-cent spreads. Not what we want to see. I did try to get out at the profitable, and it missed my order. Yeah, spreads don't help. Maybe I should just try and mark it out next time when I'm in a profit situation. Spreads didn't help me, I guess, with those limit orders. I might have to have a look at my scripts on my hotkeys. Spreads are terrible right now. 15 cents, 10 cents at the moment. I don't mind a 10-cent spread or a 15-cent spread, provided the range is okay. At the moment, 40-cent range, not bad. But yeah, that move up to 920, and it was like still 890. That's not cricket. 25-cent spread right now. Hey, no worries. Cheers. Thanks for sticking around, Dennis. Come on, three more likes. Got a whole bunch of you haven't hit that like button yet. Smash that thumbs up button. Let's get 3 more likes. We need to get over 50 likes every day. You know the deal, guys. If you've not hit the thumbs up button, do it now. 20 cents on the spread. Spreads are narrowing, but I need the spreads. I need the ask to move up if the spreads are narrow. That'll take the bid with it. Come on, guys. I'll will this up. Well, yesterday's closing price, it's been a key level. It was above that closing price pre-market. We've got a pre-market high of 966. So there's upside on this. There is upside. And so far we're getting lower highs, higher lows, flag formation to the upside. So next break of $9 should do the trick. It does. All right, take the bid with you. You need $9 on the ask. All right, this time over $9. We're looking at it. Missed it. Now we've got devil horns. That's the devil horns. I had 800 bucks. I was up then, and I didn't pull the trigger. My own fault. Gotta be quick. Fractions of a second. There's a lot of selling resistance up here at yesterday's closing price, as you've already highlighted there, Cal. Might get one more push if I'm lucky. Five-minute doge is not, it's not very bullish at all. $8.94 the high of this candle. Very whippy. That was like 851 and it shoots up to 873 on the NASDAQ. Makes no sense at all. The price action on this is just horrible. You know what? I'm gonna nothing else moving, is there? AMD 1%, MDAI 3%. Yeah, there's just nothing moving today, guys. It's one of those days where probably taking this trade was a risk. Tell me about it, boss. Tell me about it. To be fair, if I got filled at this level, I would have been profitable because I would have taken profit up here over $9. Look at that, we've got 40 cent spread. Come on. How did you justify that on a $9 stock? down to 20 cents. So let's get over $9, back up to 9.20, and I'll take it off. Oh, sure. Anyone that said, whoever said it's moved up $1 in, this is why I didn't like the pattern in the first place. It was like massive pullbacks and very whippy action. The spreads have been horrible up at this $9 area. No, I totally agree with you, Cal. $8.96 there, and the bid was 65. So 30-cent spreads not helping on this one at the moment. $8.49 is where the 20 is. The 9's pretty much where it is right now at 69, $8.69. Next week's a new week. There's always a new trade. Monday's a new day. The stock market's open. There'll be new stocks, and it only takes one stock. Seriously, I've seen it happen before. I'm massively in drawdown at the moment, but we've seen one stock, one trade, and that could change. We'll see. Those IPOs probably will go live in the next 30 minutes. That might be where the action goes today. I think I'm just going to scrap this. Not had a new 5-minute low yet, so that's kind of my cut-off there. 42. Why is that? Why's my stop not? Well, I'm just going to buy there instead. This might work out very badly for me, probably will, but I'm looking for a VWAP bounce. Didn't have my number lock on. I'm trying to press my hotkeys, and they're not doing anything because I have the number lock off. So there you go. So Sparkle's live. Let's see, that's very thickly traded. There's 30,000 stock. That was a fair order. There we go. Some big orders going through there right now. Yeah, not that's not going anywhere anytime soon. Thickly traded is that. Talking 170,000 shares. 100,000 shares on the sell, 170,000 on the buy. Bionomics making a move up. Yeah, I can't trade that volume though, that's the problem. Lithium America. Making a move up. Ambium Networks. That's a creeper. Bit extended at the minute, but it's been moving up well. Creeper. 55 cents since the open. Oh, 60 cents since the open. Nothing moving again right now. This consolidation on new scale power. That's horrible. This sideways chop. Alright. Yeah, this ain't going anywhere. Once I'd say let the first 15 minutes form and then see what happens. It just doesn't look like it's going anywhere. I mean, it's so thickly traded right now. Unbelievably thickly traded. I mean, look, 160,000 share order. Not all about that there, Nereus. How long have I been trading this? Well, I'm not trading anything right now. Van Salem. So Sparkles just went live. It's an IPO. It's my goodness. 200,000 share order there at 10.12 just went through. It's a buy order. Loads of sell orders and then a massive buy order. 10.12. But that's on the time of sales, but it's not showing on the yeah, maybe it is. Went up to 10.12 there, but yeah, there's nobody. Another 200, another 200,000 order, 100,000 order, 240,000 order there. Buying. 100,000 selling. It's so thickly traded. It's just not even worth watching. The best one is probably going to be QETAU when that launches in the next few minutes. Let's see. Oh, Carvana. This is not Forex, but I know this is equities, so stocks and shares. We don't trade Forex on this channel. Forex is for mugs. Mugs game. Unless you've got 7 figures in your account, you're not going to make money trading Forex. I hate to burst everyone's bubble that thinks that Forex is the way to become a millionaire. No, it's not. You will lose money trading Forex unless you have unless you have 7 figures in your account already. Alistair, if you've got nothing constructive to say, isn't that what my mum used to say? You can't say something good, don't say anything. Maybe that's why you're losing at this last week there, Alistair. You've been following my lead. I'll trade gold, absolutely, Ed. What do I think about the S&P 500? So SPY is an ETF that tracks the S&P 500. From a technical standpoint, it's there's a nice 5-minute double bottom, if you include the pre-market, but it's very sideways. Yesterday finished pretty much, there was 30 cents between yesterday's close and yesterday's close and Wednesday's close. There's 30 cents difference. So it was a very sideways day. It was up and down yesterday, and I think today's going to be very similar. Don't expect much change out of 424. Between 424 and 425, I think the SPY is going to be very choppy again today, and probably will see very similar action. Sideways, choppy, go nowhere, do nothing action. Yeah, Robin, you know what? Absolutely. Let's all trade the martingale. I think we're doing something clever by trading the martingale system. Hey, look, as long as your red days are not outstripping your green days, it's okay. You're expected to have red days, you have losing days, you have losing streaks. I don't like losing streaks, but sometimes, well, not sometimes, they are inevitable. You're not going to get away. You can't trade without having days, consecutive days of losing. It's just, you've just got to accept that. And you just want to have an edge on the market. There's not a single profitable trader that I know that doesn't have red days or red periods. It happens. Yeah, check out my I do Spamby. I do show my 1 year. If I'm so good, why don't I show my 1 year profit and loss? I do Spamby. I do. Just ask other people in the chat. And I'll probably show it a little bit later. If you stick around. Yeah, check out my check out the link in my profile there, Abdul. I don't mind the trolls. They make a fool of themselves. But to be fair, I mean, there's a lot of people on TikTok that they don't show anything. They'll have videos up there, and when they go live, they don't actually show any trading at all. They just have, oh yeah, I made this, and they'll show like flashbacks of stuff that off trading view, and it's like, it's complete fabrication. It's a lot of crap. Too many scammers out there, which give us, the rest of us content creators, a bad name. Duo. Making nice moves. There we go, locked in a nice green one. No offense to my missus, but I wouldn't get her a Lambo, that's for sure. She doesn't even drive a bike, so she's tiny, so she wouldn't be, her feet wouldn't be able to touch the pedal. No, you're absolutely right, Josh. Some short in the mid and high caps would probably the move to be doing. Yeah. Absolutely flip, Joe. I remember when I first got into sales and I got my first commission check, and I bought a BMW. And a few years later, I traded in for a sports car. I bought a Toyota Supra, 3-litre twin-turbo Toyota Supra. I thought it was the absolute dogs, and it was one of those 2+2 seating capacity, i.e. Two people plus 2 bags. That's essentially what it is. The back seat, you couldn't sit people unless it was 2 babies or 2 toddlers. You couldn't sit people in the back. It was just too small. But I thought it was absolute dog's bollocks. It was a nice car. Don't get me wrong. Lovely cruiser with the cruise control and everything else. But it just so impractical. You couldn't do anything with it. What year was the Supra? 1990. I want to say 96, but I think it was a 95. I'm going back a while. It's like 3 years old. Not even. I would have bought it in 98. So yeah. Yeah, within 3 years old. We're in 95. I don't have it anymore. Now you tell me, I should have kept it. I like the old shape ones, the ones with the pop-up light. I used to really like those. What was great about this, what I loved about the Supra was the traction control. If you put your foot down, my best friend was a petrol head, and he'd never been in a real proper sports car, and I got in the car, I turned the traction control off, put the foot down, and because it's the way that you turn the traction, it was snaking up and down the road. He was absolutely shitting himself in the passenger seat, and I'm loving it because obviously it's taking off, but the back end snaking like you wouldn't believe because of the traction, no traction control on it. It's brilliant. It's so much fun. My days of being reckless and idiotic. And we're live on Qatar. We're about to go live on Qatar. QETAU. So that's about to go live. So watch this space. Well, because it's the price action is moving now. So there you go. That's how I know it's about to go live. So there's another SPAC thing, and it's another one that's thickly traded on the level 2. So this is probably going to go very similar to the last one. I can see 80,000 orders. There's a buy order there for 300,000. 380,000 actually. Yeah, it's a SPAC. Yeah, and absolutely, Robin. And that's another thing with those little penny stocks. You're getting very small. Your returns get eaten up. So you have to take bigger size. So your commissions tend to be bigger, and it's a pain in the hole. Oh, fees tend to be bigger. Yeah. No, IPOs are not going to happen today. Is WeBuy going to happen today? No. Is PMAC going to happen today? No. Yeah. So we're going to. ALX Oncology had a good day the other day with a good catalyst. Currently up almost 10%. Not great volume though, so probably not worth trading. You know what? I'm going to knock it on the head, guys. I'm going to knock it on the head. GMM. What about... That's not going to go live either. I thought this was a pushed out. Let me just have a quick look at IPO calendar. So we've got a couple next week. Yeah, we buy global's been pushed out. Let me see. What was withdrawn? Upcoming. Yeah, GMM is not. I'm not seeing that listed anywhere for next week either. But look, it is what it is. So Sparkle acquisition and Quaker acquisition both live, and both very, very thickly traded. So shares offered on Sparkle are 10 million, 6 million on Quaker, and neither of them are going to move. Just the way, just how thickly traded they are. So this is Sparkle. It's just barcoding because of the how thickly traded it is. And this is Quaker. So this is just going to turn into barcoding as well. So yeah, nothing happening there. I'm just going to have a nice weekend, guys. And I hope you don't do the same. I can't see the point in sticking around with a market like this right now. I think it's probably best just to knock it on the head and typical. Seeing it, we've got a halt on Maison Solutions to the upside. But there you go. The one that we traded badly, and it's now $9. It's finding it very difficult to get over $9 earlier. It's going to resume at 9.05. At the moment, it looks like a resumption at 9.05. But be careful because it's struggling here between $9 and $9.20 and getting rejected every single time. So just watch that if you're watching it. I'm going to go and see what my little girl's doing, and maybe play with my daughter and head into the weekend. Come back fresh on Monday, and we'll see what happens. Okay, guys. In the meantime, take it easy, and I will see you all on Monday, 8:30, an hour before the market opens, and we'll do it all again. Take it easy, guys.